In this video, I'm going to explain to you the truth about screens damaging your eyes and blue light blocking and everything. Now, about a year ago, I was using 0.75 magnification glasses just for reading purposes. Over the course of 6 to 9 months, I then, have stepped up. I bought another pair. I think they were, 1.75 or 2.0, and ended up with these, which are 2.5 magnification. And I thought to myself, why are my eyes degenerating in such a quick space of time? And of course, people are talking about this online, that staring at a screen for long-term periods of time does damage your eyes. And I'm either sat at a computer or using a screen, for quite a few hours every day. I bought these blue light blocking glasses, and they didn't make any difference. So the thing is, with these blue light blocking glasses, the actual science and data, the majority of the science and data states that the blue light intensity from your screens and laptop screens and home lighting and computer screens and everything is not intense enough to cause any real damage to your eyes. Now, and the eye experts actually agree with this. Now, it seems that the science and data which has been put together to sell you these blue light blocking glasses it's not sales, it's sales and not science kind of thing, because it doesn't ring true. All of the actual data, the majority of the data, suggests that the light is not intense enough to cause any damage. Now, on most, for example, cell phones, on my word processor that I use, I've got an eye protection mode. There's a blue light filter on this. There's a blue light filter on my e-reader and all the other devices that I use. Now, and it turns out it's not the actual devices that are the problem, because when I spoke to an eye expert who has more than 20 years experience in their field, they turned around to me and said, if you held a book, typically a person will view a cell phone. If you're viewing like an email, a text document, a website off of a cell phone, for example, it tends to be pretty close to your face and your eyes are focusing in a certain way. Now, this eye expert told me that the screen doesn't make any difference. If I was to hold a book the same distance away from my face and stare, what it is that we are staring at this, the screen, the book or whatever, in an unnatural manner that our eyes are not really accustomed to. And it's causing eye strain, not so much that you would notice, but over a quick period of time, in my case, it caused blurred vision. And I tried all of the protocols, using the blue light blocking glasses. David Asprey, the True Dark Glasses guy, who he has a protocol and everything, and none of it works. All these people who are putting forward these protocols in how they reversed their blurred vision and their poor eyesight and everything, and I went to an eye care expert, and and they said no, none of this is true. Now, what it is, now I've gone back from using the 2.5 magnification glasses. I'm now back to the 0.75 and they're functioning fine. There's no problem. So, what did I do to fix it? Like I've already said, if you're concerned about the light on the screen anyway, just turn on the blue light filter. The blue light filter on your device, it provides exactly the same protection or effect as the blue light blocking glasses, and it's free. If it came on your device, it's there anyway. Now, what I do when I'm using a cell phone, for example, or a tablet, if I show you this, I've got the phone all the way down here near my lap, kind of at arm's length. You don't need to have it near your face. If you, I can see this perfectly well at this distance, and when I'm reading documents and everything, my eyes are not straining so much. They're in a more relaxed state. Now, when I'm working at my computer, if I've got my computer, I'm at the desk, so I will tend to be, you know, this kind of distance so that I can reach the keys. You know, I'm not too close and I'm not too far. Now, while you are sat at the computer, you know, if on the wall here, there are things on the wall. I've put a black arrow on the wall so that you can see them. There's writing and details on these pictures. Now, while I'm sat at my desk, what I do is every few minutes, I will avert my focus. I take my focus away from the computer screen, because I'm usually, you know, when I'm on the computer, I'm usually sat here looking at the computer, so I can look past the computer on that wall over there. Now, another thing that you can do, you know, look out the window here, is focus on something in the distance. It's the distal, you know, when you're focusing on something that's further away, you know, you're relieving your eyes from this eye strain, you know, condition. And this is what it is. If you are spending prolonged periods of time straining your eyes to look at something close up, this is what's causing the damage to your eyes. It's not blue light or anything else like this. And you don't need to go out and be an idiot like I was and fall for these blue light blocking glasses, because all the science and the data says that they don't really do anything. They do nothing more than these bog standard blue light filter on your devices anyway. So give that a try. Just start increasing the distance between yourself and your device. You know, this is all the protection that you need, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. If you want your content bullshit free and you're tired of being marketed to all the time, subscribe to this channel and follow for more.